doesn't anybody have a real objection?
Do not ask me to enter the mind of the totalitarians running this government of the city. This means something much more than the specifics of this dreadful program. It means envision what happens when you get a government that is run by an autocratic mayor or other leader, and a government before which you are helpless.
Just bikes, lady.
So that was comedian Jon Stewart commenting on columnist Dorothy Rabinowitz's, shall we say, controversial claims about the city bike share program in New York City. We kicked up quite a fuss with this, got a lot of coverage in a lot of media outlets. But the big question is it true? Is there really a bike lobby in New York City? Well, luckily, we've got the answer for you today. We've got Wall Street Journal Tikvah fellow Alex Kazam here to talk about it. Alex, thanks so much for being on the show. So does the bike lobby exist or not?
Well, look, the short answer is yes. There's this group called Transportation Alternatives, and they're a pretty small group, so there's no big bicycle industrial complex, if you will. But there does appear to be a bicycle mayoral complex, if you will. They have a very good set of connections and a deep alumni bench in city government. And that's helped them to wield a lot of influence.
Okay, but this isn't illegal, right? They're just lobbyists like other lobbyists are. We're not accusing them of doing something wrong.
No, there's nothing wrong with the group of people who really like cycling. The question that it raises is whether other stakeholders on New York City's roads, whether it be pedestrians or drivers who have safety concerns or other questions, are they getting a fair shake?
Are they getting a fair shake? Well, I guess to ask that, you have to ask what are the goals of groups like Transportation Alternatives. And I want to put up a quote that we have from them, and I quote, "Our mission is to reclaim New York City's streets from the automobile and to advocate for bicycling, walking, and public transport as the best transportation alternatives." What does that mean, reclaim New York City streets?
Well, that's a good question. I think, how would you describe a group that basically wants anything but cars? And this is a way to describe it in maybe the best, the shortest possible way. Reclaim the streets from the automobile. And so what that's meant in practice is, lots of bike lanes, the new bike share program. Since 2007, we've seen really a transformation of New York City into a cycling haven. And that's about the same time when a lot of alumni from this group began to be hired for top policy positions by the New York City Transportation Commissioner.
Okay, we've got about less than a minute left, and these people have had a long history in New York City, shall we say, government as well, too. Transportation Alternatives didn't just happen last year, did it?
No. Actually, their roots are in the anti-car culture of the 1960s and 70s. There were protest movements with protest rides down Fifth Avenue in Manhattan, and so this is how they became so mainstream that now they're making policy in the transportation department.
So in other words, yes, there actually is a bike lobby.
That's
Wall
right.
Street Journal Tikvah fellow Alex Kazam, thank you so much for being on the show.